Jason Whitlock has not slept. He is he is outraged by what happened last night. I led my show saying I cannot believe that we went to a replay. Joe and I agree on this. How do you go on a judgment call to replay? It's still a judgment call where refs are all disagreeing and you overturn it. That would never happen in the NFL. Jason Whitlock's joining us. So I threw a theory at you this week on Speak for Yourself, and you always give my goofy theories respect, but I don't think you really believe in it. And you kind of said during the break, you believe in it more now.
Yeah, I was at 15% when I heard your theory about LeBron maybe stepping away for a year.
Because there's no perfect place to go.
Yeah.
And so my theory is LeBron's going to step back, let it sort itself out. He played all 82 games, 8 straight trips to the final. Guy's physically and mentally and emotionally exhausted. He steps back and then lets stuff sort itself out, then jumps on like a Phil Jackson or a Michael to the best spot.
I'm 25% in now.
Okay, so
the National Basketball Association last night took a dump on LeBron James. Their officiating crew took a dump on LeBron James, and then J.R. Smith came in and just smeared it all around and made it more of a mess. And so if I'm LeBron James, honest to goodness, because I'm Jason Whitlock, I'm not connected to the Cleveland Cavaliers in any way. And I'm emotionally hurt by that game. What LeBron must feel, he just painted his greatest masterpiece. He just had his 42, 15, and 7. He's about to pull off one of the great individual upsets and set the table for perhaps the greatest upset we'll ever see in a 7-game series. And Tony Brothers and whoever these other clowns were in the officiating crew, we're going to overturn this call. And then J.R. Smith doesn't know time or score or anything and melts down. If I'm LeBron James, I'm devastated. And I just won 82 games. I've carried a team that no one thought could be carried to the NBA Finals. I need a year off.
Hey, listen, man, Phil Jackson did this. We don't hold it against him. Michael Jordan left basketball to go play minor league baseball. We don't hold it against him. LeBron played 82 games. I feel like this morning, he feels like the league screwed him over.
He's sitting there saying to himself, I've done everything. I've given everything. What more do I have to offer than what I offered the game this season and last night? And y'all do this? JR, you do this? The officiating crew, y'all do this? Y'all allow this to happen?
Did you see? I'm going to show the people. Here's LeBron after the game last night. I've never seen him do this because he's always been good to the press. LeBron has always been great to the press. For the record, Michael Jordan was always great to the press. He holds some grudges, but here's LeBron after the game.
What's your reaction to it? What's your version?
What do you mean, what's my version?
Well, did he think that the game was tied, or did he think that you guys had it salted away?
How do I know that?
Or did you discuss it at all with him at the end of the play?
No. They asked me if I talked to JR about it. I said no already. I don't know what JR was thinking. I don't know the question you're trying to ask.
I was just trying to see if you knew exactly what his state of mind was. Did he think that you guys had it won, or did he think he was trying to make a play? Not sure.
What do you mean I'm not sure? No, I don't know his state of mind.
Did you know if he knew the score?
Thank you. Look, we've never seen LeBron do that.
You're trying to bait me into taking a shot at JR. I'm not going to do it, is what he's saying. But he's so frustrated because when you give everything,
yes, and
it's not respected or there's no return of gratitude. And so Ty Lue is saying wrongly that, hey, in the history of basketball, I've never seen a call reversed like that. And people say, no, it happened in the regular season, blah, blah, blah. I've never seen in the history of sports where the greatest player, where Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Joe Montana, Tiger Woods, anybody has 3 things from the officials, from the strip of Kevin Durant to Looney stripping LeBron and fouling him to this reverse charge block call, all against the greatest player, the guy you're getting ratings with, the guy that's making you all the money. All of them go against LeBron James.
By the way,
how?
It's one thing here to me. It is one thing if you would have called LeBron for a block, and there it is. But to give LeBron the call, then to go to replay and reverse it is like, now let me ask you this. The game itself by LeBron, I'm over questioning. I said this before you got here. Michael came in too selfish and had to be talked into sharing. LeBron came in too much of a share, had to be talked into being more selfish. They both landed at the same spots. About 75, 80% of the time.
I heard it. Yeah. I heard you talk about it.
Okay.
He put an 80% free throw shooter at the line with a chance to win the game. You can't, there's nothing to second guess.
Okay, that's how
I'm just telling you, Colin, here's what LeBron feels, man. He cut a vein and poured it out for everybody to see. I gave you everything I have. And y'all just stole this from me for no damn reason. It's not good for the game. It's not. Let's say they come back Sunday and the officials do a makeup and hand Cleveland a game and destroy the integrity of the NBA Finals. That's not the right thing to do. I just don't think they can emotionally recover. I don't think whatever the refs try to do, I don't think it's going to be enough. Everybody on that Cleveland team right now has a side-eye look at J.R. Smith, and rightfully so. And then they're also going to be angry about the officiating, which will distract them. And then you go into the position they put Tristan Thompson in, where they may have to suspend him for this game because Tony Brothers overreacted to a situation that needed to be ignored. I'm just if I'm LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, I just don't have any more to give.
What about, I kind of did, I don't know, Joey, where you landed on this, but when the game was over, like I watched overtime and I'm like, I felt bad for Cleveland. I just felt like, listen, man, these guys felt like they got robbed, and they're human beings. They can't reboot in 45 seconds during a commercial break and come back. When you watched overtime, what did you see?
No, they had no shot. Once it went to overtime and JR did it, they had no shot. And again, if you watch LeBron, he played a completely different style in overtime.
He wouldn't even look at teammates.
He was irate. There was an opportunity to throw the ball to J.R. Smith, and he just wasn't doing it. And I don't remotely blame him. I would have broken down in tears on the court in that moment, and they probably would have had to carry me off in a wheelchair like Paul Pierce, literally, because I would have been that. I'm a nutty fan. I was emotional last night. I can only imagine what LeBron and Ty Lue and the rest of those guys.
So you think the series is over?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. And you know what? This is, again, when I talk about changing the course of history, I can't stand the Golden State Warriors now. I mean, I can't stand them. They started gloating at the end of that game like they had done something. I'm like, man, y'all just got handed a damn game, and y'all running around here. Typical uppity suburban basketball team to me that got away with highway robbery and thinks they did something. Can't stand Golden State. And so now when Golden State wins this series, they're not going to get full credit because of the refs and J.R. Smith and that stupidity and incompetence. They changed the course of history last night. It's an embarrassment. I don't know if Adam Silver and these guys will be able to clean it up. They need to change that damn rule, and we should never be sitting in a position where a judgment call gets changed in the moment in the NBA Finals when we've never seen it before. This hurt me. It hurt my respect for the NBA. I've got a 15-year investment in watching LeBron James try to get Michael Jordan, and they just stole it from me. And stole it from all of us.
I feel like I'm Tony Soprano's therapist right now. You're venting, and I'm there. I'm listening to you. I'm trying, because I can see all the pain and the anguish. Joy, you came in this morning. You were not in a great mood. Do you believe the series is over?
I do believe the series is over for the same reason. It's too much of an emotional swing, and it's one of the most remarkable playoff performances by any superstar ever, and nobody can even discuss it because it can't be enjoyed.
Chris, I saw Chris Broussard on the way out. He had a doctor's appointment, so he couldn't be on the show today. And I said to Chris, "What did you make of it?" And Chris said to me, he goes, "I don't want to get into the GOAT argument." He said, "I watched that game last night. That was the first time I'm like, oh, Michael Jordan couldn't have done that."
There's no one that could have done what he was doing. And Joy's point is exactly right. We're not talking about that. We're talking about J.R. Smith and idiot officials rather than the reason why we turn on the TV show.
Yeah. No. Hey, listen, years ago, the Steelers beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette did a survey, and even Pittsburgh fans were like, yeah, we kind of got that one handed to us. And it never felt like a true Super Bowl because the Steelers always won their Super Bowls. The one Super Bowl for Pittsburgh, and I'm from Seattle, but it was brutally officiated, and I thought it always hurt the Steelers because it felt like they got one handed to them. And for the record, we only got 30 seconds left. You know the good news about this JR mess? We're not watching Kevin Durant's fourth quarter. He didn't take a shot in overtime, Jason.
No,
he didn't take a shot.
LeBron James started the process of taking Kevin Durant apart piece by piece last night. I don't know if it'll continue. I was enjoying watching that. Kevin Durant was getting exposed by the greatest player, and we were seeing the difference.
The gap.
Between, yes.
And
I don't know if there's ever been a larger gap between the greatest player and the second best player.
I don't think there has
the third best player, whatever. And they just stole it from us. I won't enjoy the rest of the series as nearly as much.
Okay, I want you to go home, get a rest. You got a vent, and it makes me very happy. An hour or two next.